Norwegian, I'm not. Today we're in the Dongfeng Nammi Box. It's a small, white, foldable, depending on what market you're in, Chinese leaf-sized car. I mean it's a compact car, like a Polo or a Leaf. It costs in Norway from 199,000 NOK. That's this one, which is the top range, big battery, 95 horsepower version, with winter tires and everything. It's about 240,000, which is cheap. I don't know if it's sold anywhere else in Europe yet. I would have equated in euros, it would be like 20,000 euros and less, probably. You can expect, okay, a lot of cheap plastics. Most surfaces are soft touch surfaces actually, and they're padded, they look good. The screen is relatively quick. It's kind of have a cute cat on it and a record player and stuff that goes to your media, and it's quick, well laid out, and it's relatively easy to use. You sit pretty high in it. Oh, and the interior light, which I now have on, is rather good. In some ways it reminds me of the Kia Soul, and you sit high in it. It's not a big car, this, so it's easy to get in and out of. The seats are comfortable, at least so far. It's not a car driven to Berlin in, but it's not made to do that. It has a 30 or a 40 kilowatt hour battery pack. Basically only gonna sell the big battery. It has a range of around 300 kilometers, a little bit more, but say maybe 200 on a day like today. It's 3 degrees outside. It was snowing a little bit actually earlier. Yeah, this doesn't have a heat pump or anything, so just a resistive heater. It's winter, so a lot of small cuts there for the sneezes and stuff. The electric drivetrain feels well calibrated. I have a regen now in strong and drivetrain in sport. Not that it helps, but it's 95 horses. It's not that much. I think it's less than 200 Newton meters. I don't remember the exact specs, but it feels peppy enough, at least around town. And I think it looks, given that this thing, I mean, if I told you, okay, you're gonna get a car, you're gonna get a cheap car, cheap small city car, what do you expect? You expect some cheap grey plastics, you expect some amenities, maybe you have an aircon button, you know, you have some fan, yeah, you know, you expect some simple cheap stuff. Actually, this doesn't feel cheap at all. I don't understand. Okay, they saved some money on the steering wheel, which is just tilt. There's no reach on the steering wheel. There's a little bit of tilt on it, and that's fine. You can live with that. You have an electric adjustable front seats on the driver. That's actually not bad considering what the car costs. The glove box is a glove. It comes out like a drawer, a very nice drawer, mind you. Where's the opening button for this one? It's even felt lined partly inside, and it has a very comfortable click to it when it shuts itself. Most of the surfaces you touch in here are of high quality. The buttons on the steering wheel, okay, they're gloss plastic, but they don't feel cheap, unlike in some other cars. I mean, it's cars that have cost twice as much as this. They don't feel as nice as this one does inside. They even have some mood lighting. There's a decent space in the back seat. Okay, there's a sparse back seat. I don't think there's a armrest. There's no split on the back seat either. When you put it down, you put the whole bench down, and then there's a lip from the bottom of the boot to the top of the rear seats. So it's kind of okay, saved some there, but it's a decent sized boot, and the car looks outside, it looks really good. I mean, considering what this car costs, I think that they've done a really good job on the interior. The instrument cluster, instrumentation screen is kind of the same, I think, like some BYD cars use. It looks similar anyway. It works. Okay, there's a mode button there, there's a few other things here. fine. And then also the button that you control, the rocker switch you control the volume with, if you push it, it's a pause play. No, it's not the play pause button, is it? No, I thought it was a play pause button. But and you have also a few dedicated buttons on your steering wheel. A start button among other things. I think you can map to different things. The switch gear in here is nice. The gear stalk is kind of reminiscent of the old Tesla stalk. It feels and looks much better than what you expect. Okay, it's a bit noisy in here. The suspension isn't the best in the entire world, but you have adaptive cruise control, and you have an electric seat, and you have an inductive charger, for crying out loud. In a car that's costing, and you have a big space under here. They've even put some felt in the bottom of it. And VW haven't done this in many of their ID cars. At least they didn't in the beginning. Okay, sound system isn't the best in the entire world, but okay. I have no idea what the consumption is. I haven't really looked at the consumption, to be honest. So yeah, so leaning into corners with this one. I like the feel of the stalks as well. They're nicely weighted. They're not overly light. They're not particularly heavy either, but they're not overly light. When you indicate a picture of one of the cameras come up here, like in the Tesla and the Kia and stuff, and that's really nice. Yeah, they've done a really and you get all the modern safety systems and stuff in this car. And it beeps and it bonks, but not too much at you, really. And floor it. And we have 100. Indicated at least. Oh yeah, well now we really fly. It's not that bad. No, far from it. And the noise levels are perfectly fine. Once again, you have to remind yourself what this thing actually costs. It's gonna be a short test because you just have the car a short while. It costs as much as a lightly used Model 3. And then some of it you would say, oh, get a lightly used Model 3 or an ID3 or something else. Get a used TV instead. It's much better. It's terrible. And, yeah, okay, fine, but this is all kind of guarantees and it's brand new and I have no idea what it's going to cost to insure. I can't imagine it will be that expensive to insure. It's front wheel drive, but there's not that much power and torque in it, so the front wheel drive isn't really a problem. And I like this thing. You sit high up and you look over an instrumentation and a dashboard that looks nice and it's pleasant to touch. Steering wheel is a squircle with a cute white stripe on it. And it feels okay to hold. It's not too big. It's not fat. It's nice. It's and all these fake leather surfaces are good enough. You sit a bit on the seats. No, you don't sit in them, but they have a plushness to them that soaks up the rides. And the car is also. This isn't a sports car, to put it like that. Let's see if we can find some charging information here somewhere. Energy, maybe. Nope. Yeah, I'm looking at the road, relax. 86%, indicated 283 kilometers. Perfectly fine. The car really is brand new, it's done 201 kilometers. There's no one behind me. Let's just see for fun. Oh, the brakes are good. But it doesn't feel underpowered. In the sense that it actually moves. It's not quick, of course, and nothing with 95 horsepower is quick. Not even the Ford Street car was quick. So, but it's perfectly fine for what it's meant to do, and for the cost of it. I mean, remember when the Skoda came out? Everybody laughed at it. What do you want to go buy a cheap Skoda for? You know, it was cheap. That's why I bought it, because you needed a cheap car, and you could say, okay, you get a brand new car for whatever price, and it did have a cheap interior and stuff. This doesn't have a cheap interior. Yes, there's cheap plastics in here, but the car costs less than 20,000 euros, for crying out loud. Brand new. And that might sound not that impressive for some of you, but for a Norwegian, that's kind of like, whoa, that's many, many years and moons ago we can get the car that cheap, brand new. You know. Of course, you have some of the typical Chinese idiosyncrasies. I'm warm and nice, nothing wrong with that. The climate control is on like 26 degrees. There's no navigation as I can find, so you have to use the built-in your phone, really. Like I said, it has wireless CarPlay, and it worked. And now I can't find it again. So it's that perfectly optimal. This charging speed is not a charging monster. It charges at around 70 kilowatt. I haven't seen any curves for it yet, so I don't know if how good it keeps itself going. But it's not the fastest charging thing in the world. This isn't the kind of thing you do big miles in. You use it around town, you use it regionally, and maybe you charge it at home, maybe you charge it at work, or plug it in when you're at the shopping center, whatever. What do I know? We have had a consumption of around 180 since someone reset this one. If that's believable, that's not too bad actually. You have tire pressure monitors, you have time to the next maintenance. So yeah. But if you say around what did I say? If you say around 200 watt hours for fun, that'll give you 200 kilometers of range. I think you can do more than that, so you can probably do around 250 kilometers of range, and it's not for me because of my slightly strange use cases sometimes. In the case in the sense that I can suddenly just get up on Saturday morning and drive for 4 hours. And it isn't really would be the car I would do that in, because it's not made to do 4 hours straight in this car with these seats, and it's a decent enough space. The sound system is perfectly okay. You have a decent amount of kit in it. You have all the modern safety stuff. You have an adaptive cruise control. All that it's not bad at all. In fact, I am slightly shocked that the VW group haven't given us any of this already, because they were supposed to, but they keep pushing out their cheap models, and the Chinese keep moving in with this. Not only the Chinese, also the French with the C3 and stuff, and also the Koreans with the Kia EV3 and the Hyundai Inster, I think it's called. It's really, but I'm really impressed, because this is the first really cheap Chinese car we got to Norway, and we've always heard of them for years now. The Chinese are coming, and they haven't really done much of an impact. I'm not expecting a lot of people to buy this, but it's sold by Motorforum in Fredrikstad. You get the Dongfeng Nammi Box, look at that, give it a test drive, and many of them will say, oh, it's nice, it's easy to come in and out of, and it works, and okay, the door handles are a little bit push on one end, and the stick comes out and you pull in it, doors open. And also the frameless doors in the front there, which is like wow, which probably doesn't help the sound deadening for the wind noise, mind you. The regen isn't very high, not particularly powerful regen, not particularly powerful anything actually, but it's well judged. It's not an on-off switch. They've put some refinement into it. Honestly, it's good, this one. If you just want a cheap runabout, you really could do worse than not give this a try. Yes, you could buy an old Leaf. And a Leaf is bigger than this, actually. Come to think of it. There's more space in a Leaf. There's much more space in a Leaf. But for a lot of people, this will make a great car to take the kids to school or whatever. Then you have a few other power outlets, you have some storage. The only bad thing is the cup holders, because they're all the way down there at the front, which is kind of awkward. Really not very well thought out at all, because you have to bend forward and down, and no. That's the only negative thing I have to say about this, really. I can complain that the seat cushions are very short, and I can complain that the lights probably could have been better. There's a lot of other things as well. Okay. Yes. But that's how it is. There's an up in front there. The up is a fabulous little car. I love the up. VW decided to stop building it. I think that was a big mistake of them, because it's a great little thing. So here we are. So if we say it's a box of noodles, then it's definitely not bad. Not particularly exciting. Nothing is not too hot, this one, but it does the job. It makes you less hungry, and it gives you what you need. Nothing more than that, but that's fine. So thank you to Motorforum Fredrikstad for lending me the car, and thank you to you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, all that stuff, and take care into darkness, and yeah, I'll see you in another car. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.